All right, good morning, girls. My two girls are here today. Your hair looks especially beautiful today and curly. Did your father do your hair today? He did not do your hair? Did mother do your hair? I remember there were a few times when Carice was young and Terry was in the hospital or something, or gone somewhere on a conference or a retreat, and I had to fix her hair before going to church. But when I got to church, I saw bunches of little girls. Evidently, they've gone to a women's conference, and all the little girls' hair looks funny at Woolly Springs because Daddy fixed the hair. I'm not saying anything about Brian. He probably might be very good at fixing hair, but I don't know. You have new vests, kind of dressed similar. How lovely. Good to see you. I don't think I've seen you all week. I want to see if I can surprise you today, okay? Ooh. Did you see that I had that hidden away? You did. No, you didn't. I feel like I'm a little underdressed. I need a top hat. Did you ever see that little video bit? Jerry Lewis was going into a high-class venue one time, and he was all dressed like he has a cap on sideways and tennis shoes on, and they wouldn't let him in because he was not dressed properly. And he goes into a back alley where there's all different kinds of paint and different things. And he actually makes himself a tuxedo and a walking stick. This is actually a new trick to me, and I've never owned it. Though when I was the youth director at the Flint Baptist Church, I borrowed one. We used it in Vacation Bible School. Tim Hutchison used it. We actually connected one of these to a piece of rope. And we've been studying Moses that week, where Moses turned his staff into a snake and then grabbed the snake and turned it back into it. And we actually, if you connect a piece of rope to the appearing cane trick, it looks like you're turning a piece of rope into a cane. I'm going to be talking today in my message, my sermon, and because we don't have children's church since the epidemic started, you've been having to listen to my sermons. Avery says sometimes I get loud. But I wanted to come out and just do something like this. I've been looking forward to it. This actually is like a fond memory of that time, because I remember the friend who loaned that trick to us. It's a dear friend who may even be with the Lord right now. And then remember Tim. We did that. He did that on Friday night when we had Vacation Bible School commencement. He came out and made a little speech and said, Moses grabbed the serpent and turned it into a staff. And so he did this trick. And now I have one. This may be the only time that I ever perform it, because I don't need a walking stick much wherever I go, though it might come in handy someday. But in my sermon today, I'm going to be talking about the gospel. Of all the different things that the people of God were hoping for and looking for and dreaming for and thought that they needed, they did not perceive the coming of the gospel. I'm going to be talking about today what the gospel is. You may not know what the gospel is. It's really pretty much about the story of Jesus. It's about Christmas and Easter and everything that happened in between and after. People were looking for a redeemer or a rescuer. They were looking for a hero. They were looking for someone to come and save them. And they knew that they needed help, and they were looking for a helper. But when Jesus came, he said that he came to bring good news, and that's what the gospel is. And I believe that regardless of, even in good times or bad times, or however we may perceive them, we need good news from God. And I believe that that's what the story of Jesus is. It's saying, things may get bad, things may be bad, but because God cares for us, and he sent his Son, there's room for hope. That's good news. God loves us and cares for us. And he wants to bring us to where he is. The appearing cane trick. I'm so happy to have that. I hope I surprised you a little bit today. You may go back and sit with your folks again. Thank you very much. Brother Dan, if you would come and continue to lead us as we sing.